Among the animals on Earth and other organisms, we humans identify ourselves as the ones who have higher intellectual capacity. We have learned that things around us hold potential when combined with other things or when used in ways that these things are innately inclined to be used. Through time, passionate search, experiment, or even accidental encounter, a lot of things were discovered, and we are determined to use, produce, and manipulate the things around us in this world.
Technology has always been defined as a means to end up being human activity. It is a long field of work. Everyday routines are marked with technological advance that reflect what society is good or known for. Technology has well advanced since the middle 20th century, especially after the end of World War II. It is not unexpected for technology to involve questions of knowledge, which lead to formation as one of the branches of philosophy. This is also lead to the furtherance of the technology based on how it is viewed and understood.
To understand the human person flourishing in terms of science and technology, it is good to first examine technology in its essence. From biotechnology and digital media to sustainable energy and cloud computing, almost everything today is somehow affected and sometimes entirely reshaped by scientific and technological advances. As a society, we have to come to take the fruits of science for granted, such as our pursuit of computer, our access to running water and electricity, and our dependence on various forms of transportation and communication. But all such beliefs follow from the discoveries and inventions of scientists as they pursue deep insight into the workings of nature and its materials.
Humans have evidently flourished when science and technology came and make technologies that would make everyday lives easier. These advancements have developed through time. We have developed in a lot of things that would even lessen the manual labor. It also made a big impact on the flourishment of human education, which is relevant in today's COVID-19 pandemic because of limitations in going outside. We are always inside the four corners of our house. That also serves as our digital school. Because of technology, we can use the internet to connect us in our online classes. It also helps students in their studies, assignments, research, and so much more. Technology has changed us and the world around us in countless ways, good or bad. It eases our labor, cures diseases, provides abundant food and clean water, enables communication, traveling across the globe, and expands our knowledge of the natural world, cosmos, and those technologies exist in this digital age, or what we call the information age.
We live in information age, which is historical period that began the mid-20th century, characterized by a rapid epochal shift from the traditional industry established by the Industrial Revolution to an economy primarily based upon information technology. Everywhere you look every single day, you see people with their heads down staring at the bright screen, often consumed with the endless communication, information, and entertainment that electronic device provides. Cell phones, tablets, smartwatches, and computers are everywhere. Kids or teenagers growing up in this digital age are learning how to use technology at a huge rate of speed.
There are many risks and potential harmful consequences on the usage of social media. The Oxford reference defines social media as websites and applications that enable users to create, share content, and/or to participate in social networking. There are many social media platforms that teenagers use, but some of the most popular among the age group include Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Discord, and Vines. One of the best benefits of social media is it allows people to easily stay connected to one another by messaging, video chatting, and the sharing of their photos. It can also provide opportunities to meet people from different places of the world without even leaving the comfort of your home. Social media also provides so many platforms to express feelings, thoughts, and opinions on certain matters. It's also a great way to explore and learn more about the various events of what is happening in the world today.
Along with the benefits of social media, risky and negative consequences can arise. Too much social media use can result in lower interaction with family and friends. Exposure to inappropriate content like violence and pornography is highly possible without the use of monitoring and parental control applications. Inappropriate behavior such as bullying or posting risky pictures can happen because a social media user has a false sense of security behind the screen. Often people don't consider that their digital footprint can't last forever. Lack of sleep or interrupted sleep is another negative side effect of too much social media use. Some people also may feel anxious or depressed after using social media. Pictures and stories often depict someone's best of the best or highlight reel. The pressure to keep poses engaging, picture perfect, and time-worthy can add to feelings of anxiety. It's easy to start comparing your life to someone else, digital life, and feel down or not good enough.
Young people have the ability to be in contact with friends all the time, thus leaving them with a sense of no privacy and feel connected with peers. Biology, or the study of life technology, is also used. This is called biotechnology, which is technology based on biology. Biotechnology harnesses cellular and biomolecular processes to develop technologies and products that help improve our lives, like genetically modified organism or GMO, that becomes a breakthrough in science and technology that provides certain advantages to certain consumers. Modified plants, for example, and at least initially help protect crops by providing resistance.
For thousands of years, humans have been using traditional modification methods like selected breeding and crossbreeding to breed plants and animals with more desirable traits. For example, early farmers developed crossbreeding methods to grow corn with a range of colors, sizes, and uses. Most of the foods we eat today were created through traditional breeding methods, but changing plants and animals through traditional breeding can take a long time and it is difficult to make very specific changes. But after scientists developed genetic engineering in the 1970s, they were able to make similar changes in a more specific way and in a shorter amount of time. Food, as we all know, provides energy to our bodies. It is an important aspect to everyone's existence. And by everyone, we mean the world's present population of almost 8 billion people and growing. Our population is predicted to quadruple in the next 50 years. Today, we are dealing with severe global food issues such as the hunger crisis. Currently, 40% of the world's food harvest is lost each year, and more than 1 billion people remain hungry. Food output must increase by 70% by 2050 to feed this expanding population. How are we going to approach this problem? Could genetically modified organisms or GMOs be the answer? GMOs are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated. This creates combinations of plant, animal, bacteria, and virus genes that do not occur in nature. For example, scientists are able to take a soil bacteria, remove its genes, which produces a protein, that's toxic only for caterpillars and incorporate it into the chromosomes of corn.
The technology enables us to increase food productions and make it more efficient. Modified food crops will be resistant to insects, fungal diseases, and extreme weather conditions. They will grow faster, need fewer acres to grow, and contain more nutrient ingredients. GMOs can fight malnutrition and decrease CO2 emission and water usage of greenhouses. On the other hand, there's a lot of controversy about GMOs, since they don't stay put where planted modified crops and it could contaminate nearby organics. It happens when pollen drifts on the wind. Over time, pests like insects might catch up with GMOs. That insects can evolve into superbugs and therefore the use of chemicals will increase.
On a more somber note, a small number of big firms may control practically every element of food production. They will not only have control over seed production, but will also be able to attach them to specific chemicals that these businesses offer in order to thrive. In the end, all they care about is making money. So, are GMOs created to feed people and assist farmers? Or are they created for profit? Politicians all across the world are still trying to figure out how to answer this issue. To address the looming global food crisis, we will need to take severe actions. But, do we really want everything we consume to come from a petri dish? Or are there better alternatives? Well, growing GMO crops reduce the amount of pesticides that needs to be sprayed, while simultaneously increasing the amount of food crops available to be eaten and sold. GMOs also help decrease carbon dioxide emission that is important because it mitigates the effect of global climate change, improve public health, boosts the global economy, and maintains biodiversity.
The COVID-19 pandemic has spread around the world at lightning speed, killing hundreds and thousands of people and infecting millions. A growing body of research, including the Conservation International scientists, points to a direct link between the destruction of nature and disease outbreaks, spotlighting the role of protecting and restoring nature in preventing future pandemics. Ecosystems in nature function similarly to the human body, where they are robust and healthy, which means they have diverse species and space for healthy animal populations. They are less likely to be sources of disease. As the global wildlife trade persists and human activities expand deeper into the tropical forest, humans are increasing their exposure to wild animals and disease that they may carry.
When mining and logging degrade or destroy wildlife habitats, animals are forced into different or smaller areas and are more likely to become stressed or sick. They are also more likely to come into contact with people and domestic animals, driving the transmissions of disease from wildlife to humans. We know that wildlife species threatened by exploitation or habitat loss are more likely to be sources of disease. And new research suggests that outbreaks of animal-borne illness will become more frequent due to accelerating destructions of nature. The climate crisis is increasing the spread of certain diseases and complicating efforts to combat others. Seasonality and weather are two of the major factors that control the rate at which viruses as the flu infect humans. Although scientists are currently uncertain how climate breakdown will impact the spread of COVID-19, the research predicts that rising global temperatures will alter the timing, distribution, and severity of the future disease outbreaks.
As we threaten our biodiversity, it gives us uncertainty if we can survive in this world. If we cannot survive because of biodiversity loss, that may become a cause for whole species extinctions. So as early as now, COVID-19 pandemic becomes a wake-up call to us human beings to safeguard are biodiversity, because it is vital for avoiding the next pandemic.
In addition to COVID-19, example of emerging zoonotic diseases that have caused human health crisis include Ebola, influenza, sudden acute respiratory syndrome or SARS, Middle East respiratory syndrome or MERS, and human immunodeficiency virus or HIV. Human beings are unique and different from other species in the world because human has brains to think. We know what is right or wrong. Our remarkable cognitive capacity has allowed us to invent the wheel, build the pyramid, and land on the moon. In fact, scientists sometimes refer the human brain as crowning achievement of evolution. So, we as human beings, we need to play our part to take good care of our biodiversity because most biodiversity resources are consumed by humans. So, it is our primary responsibility to preserve and protect biodiversity and to protect the earth.
Human health and economic health are inextricably linked to the health of our planet. Saving nature is really about saving ourselves. If we take care of nature, then nature will also take care of us in return. We are pollute the water source, we are the one who will lack clean water. If we cut down all trees for our short-term goals, we will suffer global warming, lack of rainfall to grow our food, and many other adverse situations.
Every civilization becomes a great foundation in the world we know today. Without the information, knowledge, and discoveries of those from the past, we will not be where we are today. The past has shaped our present and will continue to shape our future. Moreover, biodiversity is the key indicator of the health of an ecosystem. If our biodiversity today is healthy, we can have a better future ahead.